I think out of all the trails up this end of the forestry, this being the first trail that I built up in this area, this is the one that needs the most amount of TLC and love. They've all got names so far, apart from the new one, which is crossing over there, and this Pinball, which was the first one. The reason it got its name was because of the short, sharp burst of acceleration you need between, and there was optional jumps and things. Felt like you were in a pinball machine.
Yeah, I want to stop in there.
The trail coming into it, blueprint. After this trail was built, at the very top there, I cleared a few sections so I could ride through a line. And then over time then, when this one was starting to mature, I went up and cut that one in then. And then Ginger Monkey, I just finished like the last section of it, and then I was testing it, and then there were a few guys up there with me, and we were all gingers. So one of the guys said about something to the comment of look at us gingers up on this trail, and then suddenly the name Monkey came into my head, and I thought, well, we were like ginger monkeys, but we don't exclude anyone, so you don't have to be ginger to ride it. Coming in from Fire Road, I'm just going to give this a rake through. Cleared a few little roots there, put some fresh dirt here, a section of single track just to bring you in. Next section, the drop just before the left berm. Put a fresh piece of timber in there, the old one had rotted. Put a drainage, dirt's okay. Let's have a look at this corner. I should be able to dig a little bit from here. See how much further I can get down, because I'm not sure what the weather's doing, but this has had damage, that's had damage. A little bit of dirt in that lip. Surprised the actual dirt I was able to find there. And, that's the powdery stuff. I'll probably leave this bit, there's not really much I can do there. Now for the chattery bumps, lots of hollows and bumps here. All fresh dirt down here now. The berm as well, I put a bit of dirt on there. It doesn't really need as much as it used to. That jump before this corner used to be a gap jump, so that by the time you cleared it, you needed that berm to catch you, whereas now you're hardly touching it. Down here, this is a nadry bit. Just really just to cut it just a little bit so there's a little fresh underlayer there. Perhaps I'll just go down to this berm, have a look at that, and then I'm going to come back then. Nothing to do in that section. I'm leaving that. This is the part now I'm doing, is this right hand berm. Just going to chop out this, there's a root right on the entry into the corner. The dirt is compacted down, that root now has started to appear. The root's gone, and a few pieces of wood I've removed. They were kind of just on the exit there. Fresh day and back for another. Last time I reached the berm, just near the split line really. I'd always wanted to try and do a crossover at some point. It just always seemed like there was potential for somewhere where you could kind of, one rider could go one way and then the other rider could split. So we ended up then drop, and at the same time then there was a line coming in through there. But it was fun, it was just something interesting to try and an experiment. This was the smaller jump, which has completely fallen into a hell of a mess. So that's completely had it, whereas that jump is still kind of holding out. Take this one out and then use the dirt for the drop and rebuild that jump there, so we can have one nice big feature. Looking a bit of a mess right now. I'm still in between just finishing this one off, but it's getting there. when I built this, I was learning, I'm still learning, and I think some of the techniques I used were different for each jump. A few times when there was a bit of carnage here. That's the jump now. The other one's gone. That one's back to the crossover. Split line coming between the trees there as if you were coming around the boom and then crossing over through and out. And then the straight through line to make the turn there, you do tend to come to more or less a full stop if you try to go that way. So instead of that, we decided to put a straight through line with the berm at the bottom, so that at least then if you did feel like you were wanting to make the corner, you still can, but then if you just wanted to carry more speed and just keep the flow, keep it going. I think really this section, this is all okay here. This is all natural here. There's nothing really you can do. And excuse me, what I'll see about doing is just taking some roots out, just getting a little bit more of a curve going again with that. I remind myself to go left. Hold now. Thought I had it, but then I didn't. It was a proper bum landing. Right, anyway, and all the sections. Oh, I've got to do that again. Still very rooty, but an improvement anyway. It's a lot cleaner and doesn't probably should stop you now from feeling like the bike is just getting tossed around because of the roots. And it's only a slow speed one just to take you back to the finish now, so I think that'll do. I think dirt's a funny substance sometimes. We had a lot of rain and basically turned a lot of the areas back into a mud bath again. Really, I'm just going to fix up little bits where I can. I know the jump at the bottom, that's the main priority. Sometimes the weather just throws a spanner in the works. Essentially all I've done is scraped off the top layer of dirt that the rain had got to and had turned it into sludge, and you can smell it when it's just like really, you know, that gone off smell. It's just gonna have to be left the way it is. There's not much else you can do with it really, because primarily, well, 95% dirt. Crossover jump is too wet to be hitting today. When a trail is weathered in, there's certain areas where it packs right back to the rocks and stones, the sub base, which actually gives it that that grip. Then you're at the hands of the weather. Given this just a little scrape landing from the other trail for the jump, going to need a more permanent solution, but for now at least the ruts are gone. Final piece of the trail now. Put an extra piece of timber on top there. I've pinned it back in, which I think out of everything with building a jump, especially if you're using wood, that's the longest thing I find is trying to find wood just the right size so that you can use it as a pin for the front edge to stop the logs falling out, and also on the side as well. Could be roots there as well, so as you're trying to hit it in, it snags on there. And this really is just to try and get the face of the jump just secure enough so that at least then with the force of a bike coming through, then it's not going to fall apart and unfortunately you can never make it as strong as you want it to, because there's always little weaknesses and edges coming in there. So that was a little bit of a pothole leading up to the entrance of the jump, so I just put some dirt in there just to make the transition a little bit smoother. And then I've put just a little bit of dirt down by the landing there. Again, like, you're learning things, because conditions, when I came up and originally started work on here, it was the soil was brilliant, and then just that day or two of rain overnight turned it back to slush again. So it's back rideable now, things have been fixed up there, so I'm going to get a little run on it. And thanks for watching. I'll see you soon. Have a steady roll. Right there. At least the braking bumps have gone from here now, so I can just clean that a bit more. You like more slide in here. Slide in there. And there. Anyway, at least the jumps are fixed now.